What if I told you that sounding like a dying donkey like this was the key to singing with freedom? Now, I know you want to sing with effortlessness, ease, and a cool tone, and sound good and feel good, but here's the mistake that a lot of struggling singers make. Not all of these sounds that you find in your comfortable range that feel effortless and sound cool will actually lead you to where you want to go. Stuff like vocal range, freedom, stability, control. Some of these sounds you're finding are what I call dead-end coordinations.
For example, if I'm taking this sound and I'm like, sounds nice and cool there, relaxed, light, easy, right? But that sound, starts to fall apart when I take it up. So for example, if I'm singing a song, wondering if we ought to stay, sounds good there. We're head on out there, starts to fall apart. Oh, just once. Really hard to do it. Can we figure? Really hard to take that soft sound and take it up, right? However, I can take a soft sound a different way. Where were we? Back to being wondering if we ought to stay. Head on out the door. Just once, can we figure out what we've been doing wrong? I can take that sound. That sound lets me go from low to high, and I didn't have to get super loud to do it. I can though. Yeah, comes from the same position. But this one, trying to take that thing, right? So what we need to do is go after the function first. We go after the coordination that will actually, it's backwards engineered from the finished product. That way, from day one, you're training the actual thing that will take you there. It's scalable, if that makes sense. That way, you're not training something that just like 6 months from now, it just hits a wall and you're just like, oh, well, I can't do anything with this. Okay, and you gotta start again. And that's why most singers are spending like 15 years and they're kind of still stuck in the same place. It's because they're training something for a few months. At first, it's like, oh, this is it. And then it's just like, oh, shit, this isn't it. Start again. Oh, this thing. Oh, that's not it. Another way of doing it that works okay here. Wondering if we ought to stay. We head on out the door. Works okay here. Just once. Now, when I go a bit higher, it starts to fall apart. Or is it here? Just once, can we find a way to find it? It starts to get like that. You know. Can we find a way to find it? You know, and I have to do that kind of stuff. So there are some coordinations that work in certain aspects and ways, but I was always interested in finding something that just worked bottom to top, soft to loud, and I didn't have to change anything. This one. Just once, can we figure out to finally make it right? Butchered lyrics. To make magic last more than just one night. This one, I can just go from low to high, soft to loud. I can just go straight through it, and it just works bottom to top. I don't have to change anything. The vocal technique that gives me the most stability, control, and freedom actually started from this ugly sound. It starts with this ugly squeeze sound. Yes, everything that people tell you not to do, right? If you start with your voice trying to sound pretty and relaxed and effortless, I would have never found this coordination because it sounded terrible at the beginning, right? Now, the reason why we use this ugly squeeze sound is because this is the way we actually strengthen the compression, the chest voice, the larynx stability, and the breath support so that we can expand the vocal range in a stable, usable way that actually works in real singing. And then once that strength is developed, we can actually begin to relax the voice and make it effortless without the voice becoming unstable or shaky.
Eyes.
your voice will actually begin to hold together for you and become reliable for you on autopilot so that you don't have to actually think about technique, holding it together, vowel modifications, breath support, larynx stability. You don't have to think about any of that stuff. And you can actually just sing on autopilot. And for the first time, actually feel really good singing, you know, it feeling effortless and that it's just working for you instead of against you. It's important to actually have a mentor who can backwards engineer the whole process to you so that you have a clear path. That way, you know, you're training something that is actually going to lead somewhere and not just spending like a year or 2 years or something training something and then it just doesn't go anywhere.
If you've been struggling like this for years, chances are you're in what I call a dead end coordination, and it's just not going to grow further from that point. So if any of this resonates with you and you're looking for answers and you're kind of sick of hearing the same thing, the same advice, the same exercises, the same techniques, and you really want a mentor who can take you all the way to where you want to go, who can hear why you're struggling, what's blocking you, and show you the exact steps that you need to overcome those struggles, then don't hesitate to reach out to me and head over to my website. And I look forward to meeting you.